In a small, dusty village called Riverton, there lived a boy named Ryan, a bright soul with dreams as high as the sky, but habits as lazy as a buffalo on a hot summer day. Every morning, his mother would shout, "Ryan, get up, the sun is already burning the earth." And Ryan would mumble, "Just 5 more minutes, Mom," before sleeping for another hour. He often said he wanted to do something big in life. He admired the successful people from the nearby town, the shopkeepers, teachers, even the police officer who walked proudly in his uniform. But Ryan never stayed consistent. One day he planned to exercise, the next day he'd skip it. One day he'd decide to study, and the next, he'd be flying kites on the roof. Ryan had dreams, but no discipline. One evening, he met Mr. George, a retired army officer who lived quietly on the edge of the village. Every morning without fail, Mr. George woke up at 4 a.m., swept his yard, did his push-ups, read for a while, and then worked in his garden. Ryan was curious. Why did he follow the same routine every day when he had no boss, no school, and no obligations? So, one day he asked, "Sir, why do you do the same boring things every day? Don't you get tired?" Mr. George smiled, wiped his sweat, and said gently, "Son, habits are like farmers. What you plant today grows tomorrow. You may not see the result now, but one day your habits will either feed you or starve you." Ryan didn't completely understand, but those words stayed with him. That night, he couldn't sleep. He thought about all the times he had quit halfway, all his unfinished plans. What if success wasn't about luck at all? What if it was simply about habits? The next morning, before sunrise, Ryan forced himself out of bed. His body begged him to sleep, but he remembered Mr. George's words. He washed his face, tied his shoes, and went for a run. He barely made it 200 meters before gasping for air, but he didn't give up. Day 2, he ran again. Day 3, again. By the 7th day, his legs still ached, but he felt something different. He felt stronger. Then he added another habit, studying for 1 hour daily. No excuses, no announcements. He simply showed up every day. Months passed. One evening, sitting under the old oak tree, Ryan smiled to himself. His body was lighter, his mind sharper, and his energy constant. Without realizing it, discipline had become natural to him. One of his friends, Sam, asked, "Ryan, how did you change so much? You were the king of laziness." Ryan laughed and said, "I didn't change overnight. I just kept repeating small changes until they became part of me." Soon, a government job recruitment rally was announced. There were physical and written tests. Ryan applied. On the day of the physical test, many boys gathered, some overconfident, some nervous. Ryan stood calm, the whistle blew. Everyone started running. Many sprinted fast and got tired early. Ryan kept a steady pace, controlled and disciplined. Months of habit pushed him forward when motivation faded. He cleared the physical test. Then came the written exam. While others studied in a hurry, Ryan was already ready. His daily 1-hour study sessions had built a strong foundation. He cleared that too. Weeks later, a letter arrived. "Congratulations. You have been selected." Ryan froze. His hands trembled. His mother looked on, confused. Ryan whispered, "Mom, your son did it." She hugged him tightly, tears in her eyes. The whole village celebrated, but the happiest person of all was Mr. George. "See, son," he said proudly, "motivation gets you started, but habit keeps you going when strength fades." Moral of the story: big changes don't come from big efforts. Real transformation happens through small habits done daily, not once, not for a week, but until they become part of who you are. You don't need to change your whole life at once. Just start small, walk for 10 minutes, read 5 pages, do 10 push-ups, or wake up 15 minutes earlier. Your habits are writing your future. Choose them wisely. If this story inspired you, don't let it stop here. Take your first small step today, because small steps lead to big change. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss another life-changing story. Watch the next video on your screen. Your transformation continues there. This is Voice in the Rise. See you in the next story.